to the newest edition of TNInews with your host, JC. Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome to a Monday live stream news video. We've got quite a bit to cover. Quite a bit of news actually came out over the weekend since I last talked to you guys on Friday with my pre-recorded video. Before we get into today's news, though, I did want to just give you a brief update. Likely on Wednesday, I will be posting an interview with Bill Murphy from Fresh Monkey Fiction. It will be a pre-recorded video, so it's not like a live stream. That is my tentative plan, if I can get the interview done and edited and everything for Wednesday. So probably will not have a lot. This will probably be the only live stream video I have for you guys this week. And then Friday will be the normal pre-recorded news video covering everything from the entire week. So just a little bit of an update. Again, I say tentatively because, again, I got to get the interview done and then I got to get it edited and have it ready to go, which, as I said, I'm hoping to have completed in time for Wednesday. Other thing I just wanted to let you guys know, I talked about this on Friday, but in case you missed it or just need a reminder, we've launched not one, but two new contests on the websites, on our message boards like we do every month. However, unlike we do, most months, we're giving away $100 store credits to Big Bad Toy Store on each site, Marvelous News and Toy News International. This month, in kind of celebration of it being San Diego Comic-Con month, we are doing $200 store credits on each site. So each site has its own message board. You have to register on each site. If you haven't already, it's a great place to talk toys. If you're into Marvel stuff, then obviously Marvelous News is the place you'd want to go. Everything else, pretty much TNI. But conceivably, if you went to both sites, both message boards, you participated on both message boards, if you participated throughout the month, your chances of winning is pretty good, and conceivably you could win both contests because there's nothing that says if you win on one site, you can't win on the other. So, you could conceivably walk away with $400 worth of store credit at Big Bad Toy Store at the end of this month. And because it is San Diego Comic-Con, during that week, during I got to pull up my little calendar here. Starting on the 24th is the first day of San Diego Comic-Con, and it runs till the 28th. So for those not familiar, 24th is preview night. So things don't really get started until the evening. And of course, San Diego is on the West Coast, so everything is on West Coast time. So 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern time is when things kick off on that Wednesday. But basically, during that time period from that Wednesday to that Sunday, if you participate on the message boards, normally when you make a post, your name goes into the drawing once. This time it will go in twice, for a total or 2 additional times for a total of, I want to check this. They say twice or 3 times. I don't want to give you bad information. So let me just peek over here. Yeah, so 2 additional times if you post during January 24th through the 28th on either of those message boards. So 3 times total for each post you do during San Diego Comic-Con. And you should have lots to talk about because there'll be lots of news coming out during Comic-Con. So basically you can go on the message boards and discuss the latest reveals and what have you. Honestly, I know, message boards, people shifted to social media for a while from message boards, but I don't know about you guys, but when I go on social media, it's filled with so much toxic BS, political stuff, all kinds of stuff that, I try and stay like Facebook and things like Twitter and things like that as much as possible. So we keep that stuff as much as possible away from the message boards and stuff, and just try and keep it to toys and things like that. So yeah, if you haven't checked out those message boards, there are links to both contests and the details. And if you register, it's pretty easy. And like I say, possibly you could walk away with up to $400 worth of store credit at Big Bad Toy Store, which seems to me would come in pretty handy these days with all the pre-orders and everything that come out. All right, now that we got that out of the way, let us get into some news. But let me just take a quick roll call, see who's here this afternoon. I see Arthur Chen was the first, or at least the first to comment. Eric is in the house. Austin is in the house. What's up? Lewis, what's up? Sith Happens, good to see you. Quinn's Comics is in the house. Good to see you, my friend, as always. Dimitri, what's up? Judge Dreads, Coco is in the house. Cool to see you, my friend. Judge, you're in Texas, I take it. Had a hurricane blow through this morning, no power for hours and flooded bad. Just started rearranging. Well, I'm glad you're here. And well, sounds like you had some issues. It sounds like, from what I've seen on the news, at least, sounds like it could have been a lot worse. So glad you got through it. That looked like a pretty wicked storm. That I want to say, last time I looked, it was like heading straight for Houston. So I don't know if it changed path at the last minute or anything, but Texas was the target, if I recall, on that storm. So our first hurricane of the season. I was in Florida last year with my dad, and we had a hurricane come towards Florida. And originally it looked like it was going to come like right over his house. And I'm like, oh my God, this is like the last thing I need. But unfortunately it veered. So we only just really got some bad rain and stuff. So really no damage at all. But going through a hurricane is definitely not fun. Quinn's, totally missed you in South Texas. That's good to hear. Uh, and hurricane season's just kind of getting started, so hopefully it won't be that bad. But it seems like every year there's more and more hurricanes. All right, well, let's get into the news. Let's get into some good stuff. So let's start off with some Marvel news. So Dan Young just today let us know that the next Marvel Legend pre-order is going to be happening this coming Thursday. This is going to be an Amazon exclusive. It is that Rogue, that kind of first appearance Rogue. Not exactly, but in her evil days when she was with the Masters of Evil type look. And then Destiny, our first time getting Destiny ever in the Marvel Legend line. A little disappointed. I don't think Destiny's got any kind of removable mask or anything, so you can reveal like she's kind of an old woman. At least at one point she was. I haven't read comics recently, so I don't know if they've changed the character at all. But I remember she was basically kind of an old woman, sees the future, kind of like a mother figure to Mystique. Kind of probably took care of Rogue when she was with the Masters of Evil. So if I get this set, it's for Destiny. I don't really care about this version of Rogue that much, but I would definitely interested in getting Destiny for my Masters of Evil team. So don't have any word on price yet, but these are two basic figures, so probably around $40. I'm guessing 40, somewhere between 40 and 50. Amazon exclusive. Dan Yun did not give a specific time, but generally these go up at 1 p.m. Eastern time. So unless I hear differently, I would assume to, if you want to make sure you get it. I'm not sure this is going to sell out that quickly, but you never know sometimes. So if you want to make sure you want to get it, then I would probably look to be online on Thursday around 1 p.m. Eastern time. So, but that's our main Marvel Legend news for the day. we do have from Hot Toys some looks at some limited exclusive figures. So for their Hondo series, shouldn't be a surprise, but they gave us the yellow and blue Wolverine. Now we're getting the brown and yellow suit Wolverine for this Hondo line. It's kind of a limited release, kind of their summer exclusive type figure. Also, yeah, again, another Iron Man figure, the Mark III, done in red and silver. I, I, I was thinking about, I was like, there's got to be like a million Hot Toy Iron Man figures out there these days. They do Iron Man so much. I mean, he's a cool figure, but they just do so many Iron Man for the Hot Toys line. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have for you. Dan Who's reviews. He's got his hands on the Iron Hulkbuster, the new Hulkbuster comic book figure. If you haven't seen that, you might want to check it out. Looks like a pretty solid figure overall. I have not pre-ordered this one, but I am probably going to end up picking it up at some point. It's not out here in the U.S., but I think Canada and other places have started to get it. Most of these 85th anniversary figures are starting to hit now in various places. But yeah, so that's pretty much all I have for you on the Marvel front today. So let's see what you guys. She's married to Mystique now? Okay, that's kind of weird. Is she still an old woman? Am I remembering that correctly? Or brother? Did I say Master of Evil? I meant Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, not Masterhood. Sorry. Get my evil groups mixed up. Hey Everett, what's up? We're just talking about Marvel Legends, Destiny, and Rogue 2-pack going up for pre-order this week on Thursday, Amazon exclusive. Stupid power goes out if you spit on the ground here, but we know what bathroom to use. Okay. So she is younger now. Okay. See, I lose, like, I'm like, okay, this character, she's old, and then like I find out, oh well, they totally changed the character, and it's like, okay, it's what happens when you don't read comics on a regular basis, and I haven't read a comic in years, so, but I still want to get her because I still, for the Brotherhood. All right, so now let us jump back into more news. Let's talk Playmates. So I talked about this toilet taxi before, but this is we've got some official images now, which actually come via Angel Grove, which is a Australia e-tailer website. So, like here in the United States, the toilet taxi is a Target exclusive, but outside the U.S., other retailers are carrying it. Also, we're getting a pizza thrower. This is part of the 40th anniversary, classics line that Playmates is doing. So another classic toy getting a reissue. The toilet taxi again here in the US is a Target exclusive. It is hitting physical stores. I don't know about the pizza thrower. I don't know if that will also be released at Target or if that's going to be released somewhere else. Playmates has not given us details on the pizza thrower, the pizza thrower, just the toilet taxi. And like I say, the toilet taxi is hitting physical stores now. If you want to go to TNI, you can get the DPCI number to look it up. I don't think it'll be that hard to get. I don't know. Sometimes these reissues sell out quickly, sometimes they don't. So, and as far as I know of, not listed online yet, but Target will probably put it up at some point soon. Also, for you Turtle fans, we've got official images for the Mutant Mayhem, a young Splinter figure with the flocked hair. So this was announced a while back, but I don't think it's started to see release yet, but should be hitting shelves soon. Just trying to catch all the Turtle news before I jump into something else. But here's from Loyal Subjects. Here's a look at their Foot Elite figure. This is supposed to be released as some type of San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. Pretty cool looking figure. I don't know if NECA will do one like this, or it's kind of a cool looking figure. It has 2 head sculpts. I don't really do the 5-inch stuff, but I think that's pretty much all I have for Turtle news. These black and white Usagi figures, the space version and the samurai, these went up for pre-order at places like Big Bad Toy Store, Entertainment Earth, $37.99. So if you're into the white and black type stuff for Usagi, you might want to check those out. For you Street Fighter fans, we got some updated looks. I don't know if really updated, but these were on display at the Anime Expo. These images were released by Jada Toys themselves from their booth. So look at Blanca. That's the 3rd wave of Mega Man figures. Back to Street Fighter, we got DJ. These are their cyberpunk figures. There's Guile, Cammy, more Mega Man. That's Wave 2. Those are available for pre-order. Vega, and his mask is removable. I don't know if the mask is, if there's, I want to say there's 2 heads. There's Sagat. That mask doesn't look like it would fit on that head sculpt. And I want to say from other images I've seen, I recall there were 2 heads. So obviously the first 2 waves you see up here on the shelf, these are available for pre-order now, have basically been released. My M. Bison and Dulcim should be here from Big Bad Toy Store soon. These 3, Cammy, Guile, and DJ, are Wave 3. Sagat and Blanca are definitely deluxe figures, like the first wave of deluxe. They have Vega sitting over here with the deluxe figures. So originally he was listed as like a regular release figure, possibly with this wave. But since they have him over here with the 2 deluxes, I don't know if that means he is a deluxe. That's kind of the going assumption with the way they have him grouped, but. And then the Mega Man figures Wave 1, 2, and 3. Wave 1, I think, has been released. Wave 2 is up for pre-order. And Wave 3 will be probably going up for pre-order soon. I'm not really that much into Mega Man, but Wave 3 has Bubble Man, Mega Man Unhelmeted, and Woodman. So updated looks for those. Again, Jada Toys continues to impress me with what they've been doing with the Street Fighter stuff. Mondo is doing these soft vinyl figures for you Turtle fans. So these will be going up on the Mondo website tomorrow at noon Central Time. So Raphael. Now this one will be available at other e-tailers at some point. I don't know if tomorrow, but you can get it at places like Big Bad Toy Store. But this one, the Ray Fillet figure, this one is a Mondo exclusive. So, and these stand about 8 inches tall. So, these are soft vinyl figures, so not like what I call true action figures. But if you're into Turtles, you might want to check those out. What else do we got? Well, let's jump into McFarlane because we got quite a bit of news from McFarlane over the weekend. So I talked about like this stuff on Friday, so I'm not going to go over the collector edition stuff again. However, just to note, those go up for pre-order on July 12th. The wave has the Agent Liberty, and there's Platinum Edition figures for each one. So Agent Liberty, Detective Comics Red Hood, who ended up being the Joker, Ragman. So Ragman was kind of made a big debut in the 90s. Then he kind of died off. I remember him being in the CW, like he was in Arrow. He's got the soft goods cape. And Clock King. So going with the real obscure characters with this one. Clock King. And then, as I say, each of these have platinum editions. So these have all started hitting over in Hong Kong. That's the platinum version of Clock King. That's the platinum version of Agent Liberty. And then the platinum versions, Clock King again. That's the Joker, different color suit, Red Hood. And then the platinum version of Ragman, which I'm not sure what that look is based on, but then over the weekend we got so this was one that we actually saw. So I think I talked about this on Friday, but we saw this actually for the first time. We saw it hitting overseas in Hong Kong, but now we've got the official preview image that was put up this weekend for the Adam West 7-inch scale, not to be confused with the 6-inch figures, but 7-inch DC Multiverse Adam West Batman figure. So this is going to be going up for pre-order on July 25th. It'll be available at places like Big Bad Toy Store, Entertainment Earth. I don't know how deep they're going to go with 7-inch versions from the 66 show. They've been doing a pretty good job with the 6-inch ones. Best thing to me about this one would be if you want to have an Adam West Batman that's in scale with like your other movie Batman figures that McFarlane's been doing, then this will work better than that 6-inch figure. I've seen some people hoping that we at least get Robin in this scale. Joker, like I say, whether they go any deeper with 7-inch versions of 66 Batman, I don't know, but definitely we're getting Adam West. San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, DC Superpowers 5-inch Wonder Woman, Superman, Batman with the black accent. This is only going to be sold at San Diego Comic-Con at the show itself. So this will not apparently be available online, which again, San Diego Comic-Con is July 24th to the 28th. So the good news is they're just repaints, but if you're a completist or what have you, then if you're not going to Comic-Con, it looks like you'd have to go to the secondary market. Now this one looks like might be available online because it's hard to say, but the wording that they use with this one, they didn't say specifically just available on the floor. They said available during San Diego Comic-Con. So this one might end up being available online. I won't say that 100%, but just based on their wording, it does sound like this might be available online. It is listed as a gold label, so if it is available online, it's only going to be available at one place, maybe just the McFarlane store, or maybe even Walmart, since they say during San Diego Comic-Con, which is when the Walmart Collector Con would be taking place. I could maybe see this being a Walmart exclusive, but probably I'm thinking likely if this is sold online, it's going to be at the McFarlane store. Now, this is just a reissue figure. This is the same figure that DC directed back in 2017 as part of a 2-pack. It is in that Batman the Animated Series style of figure. So, this is not the first time this figure has been offered. So I did a review of this set back then in 2017. You can find it on YouTube. You got images. So it is basically just that same figure, only just without the Batman Beyond. So you get Ace as well. He's got the cane. I have, again, I have this figure, so it's a pretty cool figure, especially if you're into the Batman animated series stuff. But like I say, likely I'm thinking this will be available online if you need it and want to add it to your collection. We got our first look at the Dick Grayson Batman figure. So this is one we've seen listings for. We knew it was coming, but now it's been officially confirmed. It's got the soft goods cape. Again, this is Dick Grayson as Batman. This will be going up for pre-order on July 25th. Be available pretty much everywhere that sells McFarlane figures. This one as well going up on July 25th. This Fusion Batman Superman figure from Batman Superman World's Finest. And going back to going back to the Adam West Batman figure. Which again will be going up on July 25th. I think the platinum version of this figure, the chase figure in this case, will be that Ben Affleck Batman figure in the blue and gray outfit from the Flash movie. We saw that figure hitting overseas, so I believe that will be a platinum figure in this case with the Adam West Batman, the Dick Grayson Batman, and this Fusion Batman. Listings that have now popped up with the overseas distributors. These have not been officially confirmed by McFarlane at this time. However, nine times, or generally 10 times out of 10, these end up being legit and accurate. But we've got listings for a new 2-pack from the Dawn of Justice movie, Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice movie, with Doomsday and Superman. So if you've been wanting a movie version of Doomsday, it looks like he is coming. With Superman, I'm going to guess Superman's probably going to have some battle damage to him. His suit's probably going to be torn, things like that. Whether that's the only difference from the previous Henry Cavill figure that they did, I don't know. But I'm guessing it's probably going to have some battle damage to it. And then Doomsday will be a mega figure. So we'll have to see how that looks. And then the other listing that had popped up was another Superman figure from Superman Action Comics 1000. That is a gold label figure, no images or anything. So it will be some type of store exclusive, but we'll have to wait and see on those details. But again, those two listings popped up here recently for upcoming figures, though again, not officially yet confirmed by McFarlane Toys. And then today, they've started revealing some new Warhammer figures, 7-inch Warhammer figures. So the first one they revealed was this Astra Militarium figure, and there will be an unpainted prototype, unpainted version released, an artist version that you can paint yourself. And then the second one is the Space Marine. I think there's at least one or two more in this wave. So the next reveal will probably come around 4 p.m. So if you want to see what that is, just check out Toy News International later today. But I do believe there's at least one or two more figures that were listed for this wave that will likely get revealed later today. And these are going up for pre-order on July 10th. So July 12th for those DC figures, July 10th for these Warhammer figures. And again, available at places like Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth. And just while we're on the subject of McFarlane and pre-orders coming up, I talked about this on Friday, but if you're interested in those McFarlane statues, or posed figures as they call them, the 1/6 scale posed figures based on the Todd McFarlane artwork, the Spider-Man and the Captain America, those are going up for pre-order on July 18th. I actually like, I don't really do statues or non-articulated figures, whatever you want to call it, but I'm almost tempted to get this McFarlane. I've seen some people that say they don't like the black marks and stuff, but I mean, I got to be honest, this looks like it came straight out of the pages of the comic. So I might get this just because I'm a big Cap fan. I don't know what the price of these are going to be, so that's what I'm kind of waiting on, but I might end up getting that one. So that pretty much brings us to all the news I have for you today. Coco says, GS says I'm getting Odin on 7/21. Is that right? Dates change and fluctuate, so we'll see. That does seem kind of early, but some of this stuff has been shipping pretty early. So, but I haven't seen like that figure showing up over. Usually they hit overseas before anywhere else. So I assume by GS you mean GameStop. So GameStop dates are not always accurate. So I, I won't say it's impossible, but at the same time, I wouldn't be shocked if it ends up getting delayed. Coco is eating clams as well, so hopefully you're enjoying those. Coco says, I'm not missing much when it comes to reading comics. Modern comics are garbage. I will say that a lot of times when I'm looking at the art, I'm not usually that impressed. Modern day comic book art to me is, I don't know. I mean, I grew up 80s and 90s reading comics, but I don't know. But also, the main thing that keeps me from reading comics is just the price of them. They're just, to me, way too expensive. John says eventually they are going to re-release every Teenage Mutant Ninja. I was thinking the exact same thing earlier today. I'm like, at some point they're going to have re-released every single original Turtle toy that they've done. I don't know how close they are to that, but at some point they will end up having re-released everything that they previously did. I mean, there might be a few things where maybe they lost the molds or something, but I feel like they're going to do everything eventually. Felix says all these Street Fighter figures will be his at some point. They look so great and articulate. Yeah. Well, I got everything so far. Well, not like I don't have exclusives. I probably won't get like the San Diego Comic Con exclusives. If I saw the Red Chun Li, the Target exclusive one, um, or if it ever becomes available online where I can snag it, I might get that one. But I'm not probably doing the repaints for the most part. But I have all the original releases up until, like I say, I'm waiting for the newest wave with Bison to arrive. I don't. I have to check when it's supposed to get here, but it should be here pretty much any day now. And my GI Joe figures, classified figures. So Big Bad Toy Store just got in the two Dreadnoks, Naugahyde and Torch last week. So that's shipping now, and it looks like Doc and Jinx are about to come into stock. So, and so is Swoop. Amazingly, the Transformer Studio Series Dinobot Swoop's about to arrive from Big Bad Toy Store as well. So hopefully, all of those will be shipping out to me very soon. Yes, the Adam West Batman looks. It does have a soft goods cape, the 7-inch one. So, well, actually, so did the 6-inch one, but Felix, I kind of like the Batman Beyond stuff, but I think he's overpricing it. I don't know. I mean, like some of the stuff is actually cheaper than the original DC Direct stuff, but and don't forget, he's supposedly going to be doing a Batman Beyond Batmobile at some point as well. So that'll be interesting to see. That's never been done before, so at least like in the scale, it's not something DC Direct ever did. John not liking the movie Doomsday. Eric says, I think McFarlane is crazy enough to do more 66 multiverse stuff. I could see doing more figures. I don't think he'll do vehicles. I, I don't know, maybe a Batmobile. If he did the Batmobile, it would just be the same one that we got for the 6-inch line, only maybe a little bit bigger. But I wouldn't expect it to be really any more elaborate or anything. Hell, I wouldn't even be totally surprised if he tried to re-release that one for the 7-inch figures. The Grey Ghost says, worth it to get a classic Superman suit, Henry Cavill, that was a Target exclusive. Yeah, like I say, I mean, I don't know this for sure, but I would expect the Superman figure to have some battle damage, maybe some tears in the suit, um, or at the very least, like a bunch of dirt on it. So I wouldn't expect it to be just a clean Superman figure. It'd be cool if they did a 6-inch 60 or a 7-inch scale 66 Batmobile and like included Robin as the figure with it. That would be kind of a cool thing. Judge Dreads, I hope Jada gets the Mortal. I don't even think Jada Toys wants the Mortal Kombat license, if you want my honest opinion. And I think McFarlane may end up doing some more Mortal Kombat stuff at some point. Sean Logan says he wants. I want to see it. I don't know. Until I see it, I'm not making any decisions. But I definitely am curious to get a look at it. And of course, we have the. We haven't seen it yet, but we've got the Batman Forever Batmobile that's coming. Which there's going to be two versions. There's going to be a gold label version, and then they might. I forget if they're both gold label, but there's a glow in the dark one and then a regular version. So Sith happens. A kryptonite. Yeah, that would seem almost like a given. The kryptonite spear as an accessory. Jeff Todd, a greatest American hero figure. Yeah, I would definitely be interested in seeing that. I'm excited to hear if Ramen Toys is going to be doing G-Force or Gatchaman figures, because as much as I like the ones that Storm collect, or well, I've only got one of them. We've got the second one on pre-order, but Storm is just so slow. I don't think they'll ever get the entire team out. So, and if Ramen is doing G-Force, then it's possible Storm lost the license anyway. But I'm curious to know what they're going to be doing. And I know I misspoke in Friday's video, but that live stream where they're going to be going into details is July 19th. I don't know if any of you guys watch wrestling, but we had the Money in the Bank pay per view this past weekend. So I've talked about it before, how I've like started to get back in, like with this last WrestleMania. I started watching wrestling again. So I thought it was a decent pay per view overall, though I wasn't happy with some of the outcomes. I was hoping Braun Breaker was going to become the new Intercontinental Champion. I'm not a huge Sami Zayn fan. I mean, he's okay, but I don't know. I like Braun. I think he's got some real potential. Uh, Damian Priest screwed up again. Forgot to he forgot to put his shoulder up in the count. That was kind of lame. And he screwed up in the last pay per view too, because he got stuck in the ropes. I mean, I'm not going to hate on the guy, but two screw ups in as many pay per views. Eric says he's excited for SummerSlam. Yeah, I'm curious to see where they're going to go from here to take it. Obviously, we've got Gunther. He's going to be fighting, I guess, Priest at SummerSlam. I have a feeling like I wanted LA Knight to win. I like LA Knight's another one that I've been liking. So I was kind of hoping he was going to win the Money in the Bank. I didn't think he was going to. I actually thought Jey Uso was going to win the Money in the Bank. I was a little surprised that God, now his name's I've totally gone blank. But you know, a guy who can't stand CM. Jesus, Scottish dude. Oh my god, totally name just like this. Totally left my head. But anyway, I was surprised he won the Money in the Bank. Drew McIntyre. There, God damn it, took me a minute. But I was surprised Drew McIntyre won the Money in the Bank. I thought Jey Uso was going to win. Uh, but I was hoping LA Knight was going to win. But I guess LA Knight is going to continue his. I'm guessing LA Knight's going to continue his feud with Logan Paul. And if he does not take the belt from Logan Paul, I'm going to be pissed. And I gotta the woman's Money in the Bank match was actually, to me, a little more impressive than the men's. I thought they did a better job overall. Yeah, Logan Paul needs. So Logan Paul as a human being, I think, is a complete scumbag, and it really turns my stomach to have to like watch him. Though I will admit that he actually does a pretty good job as a heel wrestler, but I definitely feel like he needs to lose the belt. And I feel like when I was watching the Braun Breaker match, I was like, you know what would be a good match if Brock Lesnar ever comes back to the WWE? A match between him and Braun would be pretty good. I have not seen Lesnar like I used to watch wrestling when Lesnar first came to the WWE, so I know he's a bit older now. So I have not seen him wrestle here more in recent years. So Sith happens. We've got Reef Superman coming. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if we end up seeing that one, hitting in overseas here fairly soon. It's also possible we might see it on display at San Diego in a couple of weeks. But yeah, Christopher Reeve Superman should be coming. It's one of the figures we've seen on the distributor lists. Uh, George Reeves, not heard anything for a George Reeves figure. I don't know. I feel like there might be a lot of red tape with doing a George Reeves figure since I've never seen anyone do one. So I don't know, with the estate and everything, I don't know how easy it would be to do a figure of George Reeves. But Christopher Reeve definitely is coming. And I am curious. Yeah, like I have the NECA Christopher Reeve Superman, which you have to be careful with it because it can break easy. But otherwise, it's a great looking figure. But I am curious to see one of the things that McFarlane still often seems to struggle with when it comes to like live action, figures based on real people is getting the face likenesses right. So I do worry about how that's going to end up looking. Yeah, I know he's been, but and I haven't been following it super closely, but I thought he had been vindicated from that, but I don't know. I was very lucky that my Christopher Reeve Superman has not broken. I'm very careful with it whenever I handle it, but like my Joker, the Heath Ledger Joker that NECA did, that thing broke into like three different parts. I just gave up on it. Um, but both my Adam West NECA figure and Superman figures have remained in one piece. But again, I'm very careful with them. In fact, I don't really try and move them around a whole lot. Except maybe that'll be the platinum edition version. Hell, if you want, I wouldn't mind a Christopher Reeve Clark Kent figure if you want my honest opinion, or a Gene Hackman Lex Luthor. I don't think anyone's ever done Gene Hackman Lex Luthor. It's again that might be something to do with likeness rights and stuff that's very difficult. I mean, the only person that I've ever seen do Jack Nicholson Joker was Hot Toys. At least do officially. I've seen some third party figures out there, but nothing official other than Hot Toys. Jeff, I would I would love to see Hasbro do a like 70s 80s TV versions of Marvel characters. I mean, Hulk, Lou Ferrigno Hulk, Spider Man, Captain America with his translucent clear shield and the motorcycle helmet. Um, Even like Thor and Daredevil from the Hulk movies. Um, I wouldn't mind seeing like a whole wave of figures based on those old TV shows. I don't know. I I know Hasbro's been asked in the past, and they haven't totally ruled it out, but for whatever reason, they don't seem too inclined to do any of those. But I would love to see it. Yeah, a 2 pack with Ferrigno Hulk and Bill Bixby. Yeah, that would be awesome. And I think it would sell. I mean, obviously, younger people probably aren't as interested in those characters as those of us who grew up watching those TV shows. But uh, but I think they would sell pretty good. Beast Kingdom did a Jack Nicholson Joker. I have to. I know that. Was it really Jack though? I know they did. I know they did like an '89 Batman. But I don't remember them doing. Though Beast Kingdom stuff's 8 inches, so it wouldn't fit in with anything. Yeah, I guess they did. But like I say, unfortunately, I wonder how they pulled that off. 150 bucks on Amazon. But yeah, I don't know. That'd be 8 inches. So, but I don't know. I guess if Beast Kingdom was able to do it, maybe somebody else could. I mean, I would love to see McFarlane do a Jack Nicholson Joker. I don't see it happening, but I would love for them to do one. Yeah. Let's see. Hulk from I don't know if I'd be that much into a 2003 Hulk movie figure or a Ben Affleck Daredevil. Toy Biz did a Ben Affleck Daredevil. They did Punisher too. Fantastic Four. Toy Biz did some of those back in the day. But I would be much more interested in like the 70s and 80s TV versions than those early Marvel movie versions. Trevor says it does it seem like shipping dates have been scattershot lately. McFarlane orders all over the place with delays. If I can actually, I I mean, one of the things I've learned early on is I never put much stock in release dates from toy companies because sometimes they ship early, sometimes they ship late, sometimes they ship partially, so some people get it and other people's have to wait. You know, these days everything seems to hit overseas before we ever see anything in the United States. So I don't put a lot of stock in uh, release dates. But yes, definitely very sporadic. And there's so much stuff from McFarlane that goes up for pre-order all the time. I mean, it's like weekly and sometimes even feels like daily. There's something new going up for pre-order from McFarlane Toys. Hey, Jet, trail mix by candlelight. Well, I guess there's worse things. Hopefully, they'll get your power restored at least within the next few days. I don't know, like if you were in one of the worst hit areas or not. And I assume, well, if you're in Texas, I'm assuming it's not cool there, so that's gotta suck. I remember when I was a kid, we had a storm that came. It wasn't like hurricane or anything, but it was a really bad storm, and it like took out power lines all over the state, and we were like without power for like a week. Like it was so hot that like the carpet was sweating and stuff. It really sucked. X Brown, yeah, that happens a lot too. Or like those last two Walmart exclusives just randomly went up for pre-order. Not this past weekend, but the weekend before, with no warning or anything. Everett, Everett just wants. Let's just keep it simple, Everett, and just say you want every single movie character ever to be made into a figure. I don't know. I don't think they do it unless he ends up making some type of. You hear these rumors that like, oh, he's going to pop up in Daredevil. Edward Norton is going to pop up in Daredevil or something like that. So, unless something like that happened, I don't see Hasbro ever doing an Edward Norton Hulk figure. All right, well, we're coming up on the hour. So, like I say, tentatively, I am looking to try and have the interview with Fresh Monkey Fiction. So, hopefully, you guys will tune into that. It will be a pre recorded, it's not going to be like a live stream type thing. It'll be a pre recorded. Um, but hopefully, you will tune in for that, get the latest lowdown on Operation Monster Force and all the other cool action figure lines that they're doing, Long Box Heroes, Naughty or Nice, Cops, though I'm probably not going to get much more details than what we got from Joe Fest for Cops. Um, yeah, so hopefully you will tune into that. If by some chance things get delayed, then I will probably be back with just another regular live stream on Wednesday. But again, tentatively, I'm looking to get that interview up on Wednesday. Um, which if I do means this will be the only live stream video I have for this week. But Friday we'll definitely have a recap news video, and then we'll be back next week. But again, don't forget those contests over on Marvelous News and Toy News International. There are links to both of those contests where you can win again $200 store credits to Big Bad Toy Store on each site. Um, at the end of the month. So go check those out if you haven't already. As always, guys, thank you for coming in here and listening to me blather about. It's always appreciated. Stay safe out there, especially those of you out there in Texas. Be safe. And until next time, guys, I'll catch you later. Thanks for watching today's video. Now, if you're new to the channel, please think about hitting that subscribe button. Also hit the bell notification so you're alerted every time I upload a new video. For all the latest action figure news, be sure to head over to ToyNewsEye.com, MarvelousNews.com, JediInsider.com, and TFormers.com. And remember, action figures are great,